Okay, so a few weeks ago, I showed somebody how to tie their shoes such that it won't come untied while fighting. Um, they had multiple times been fighting during the course of the night and had their shoelace come untied. And I'm going to show you a knot that I came up with and showed them. And it was requested by Violet that I make a video. So here's the video. The way that it works, and this works with pretty much any shoelace that's long enough. If it's really short, it's not a great knot, and if you're in a hurry, it's not a great knot. But if you want to make sure that your shoelace stays tied, this is a great knot for you. So you just start the same way you usually do, tying the basic knot. And then, however you do it, you know, some people do bunny ears and tie it this way. Some people, I do it this way. It makes it very quick. And then there's also the typical way of making one and looping around. It doesn't matter as long as you get a knot that is not a granny knot. Some people will tie the opposite direction, and instead of getting a square knot here, they get a granny knot, and that will not hold as well. But in any case, once you've got it here, each of these is going to form their own knot that makes it hard for the shoelace to come undone. So right now, if I pull it this way, it'll come undone. And if I pull it this way, to some extent, it will come undone, sliding through this central piece of the knot. So what I want to do is stop that using a half hitch on each side. So I'm going to use this one to loop around and then through. And hopefully you can see that. It's not a great contrast here. And then I will use the other one also to go around and then through. So you can see why it's not a super time efficient knot. And also notice that I have both the other lace end and the loop on this side going through this half hitch here. And I draw that in, and I like to actually slide this in through the other half hitch. So it looks like that. And then to tighten it, you can pull on either the ends or on the loops, or both. And these will just cinch down. And what that means is the typical ways that you can make a shoelace untie, pulling on this end or pulling on your loops, does not work. But if you want to untie it, then you just grab these two half hitches here, or even one of them. You just grab it there like that, and then you pull it out. And it comes undone the same way that you normally would. I also use this. I use this on my leather laces for my fight shoes. So it just looks the same way. Make the regular knot, loop around, make a half hitch, loop around, make another half hitch. Oh, get that through there. And then I tighten it down the same way I showed you with the other one. And I do this also for my walking shoes, so you can see that I've got the same knot here. And for these are very slippery shoelaces, and I find that actually, unlike any other shoelace I've done this on, it will come undone. If I leave it loose like this, or even partially tightened, if I tighten it down like I do on the leather laces, just like that, just the force of the gravity and whatever on that shoelace will undo it. So I really tighten it down on these. But because they're so slippery, then untying them is super easy also, because all I got to do is get a hold of that half hitch. And it just slides right out, which is why it comes undone. Unlike really any other shoelace that I've done this on. I've never had it untie on any shoe other than these shoes. And now that I've learned to really cinch this down, that'll stay tight for as long as I want. I can walk, run, do whatever I want, and it won't come undone while I'm using it. Hope this is helpful, Violet.